Hey, welcome to Car Channel Help. My name is Tim. Wanted to do a video on how you can shoot the shots in your videos to make them a little bit more interesting. And the first half of this video is going to be the example maybe of what not to do. And then I'll do the second half of the video just to show you some ways that you can make it a little bit more interesting, a little more lively, I guess. Anyway, what I wanted to do was change the, I don't even know what you call this little grill, but it's on here to keep leaves and stuff from falling down in the car. The video isn't important. What I'm doing isn't important. I just kind of wanted to show you this as an example of how you may be making your videos and maybe how you can make them a little bit better. So for example, this doesn't fit. I need to go get the right socket. And kind of what I see a lot of the times, somebody will set up their shot and they will keep the camera in the same exact place for the entire time. And if you're holding on to a shot for too long, believe it or not, it gets boring. The reason why is people like to see the video sort of change every once in a while. And so there are things that you can do to make it a little more interesting, even if it's sort of not an interesting task. So there are things that you can do to position the camera, things you can do to edit to make it not quite so long in just one specific shot. All right. And it's really important because, like I said, people's attention spans sometimes only last 20, 30, 40 seconds. But if you do a 20-minute shot of you taking the car off of the trailer and nothing exciting is happening, but you still show that entire thing, it can get just sort of monotonous. It can get boring. So it's just kind of important to use your camera and then use your editing to not show quite as much. All right, so that's the end of the first half. That was one big long shot, and it wasn't very exciting, was it? Now, a different way to shoot it would maybe start out with this establishing shot, I guess we could call it, where you can kind of see what we're working on and what's going on. But what you can then do is change it a little bit. You can give that person a close-up shot to show them how you are lining everything up and getting it to fit well. And then cutting. And then that way you're cutting into it and showing how you're doing all of these things. Another thing you can do is just give them a slightly different angle. And you're really not working that much harder to do it. You're just going in and moving the camera over to a different location. And if you ever have to walk off camera to go get a tool, to go get the right socket, like that, or if you have to leave and go get something, cut that out. Nobody wants to see just nothingness sitting there happening while you fiddle around in your toolbox. Seriously, just chop that bit out. I just kind of threw it in there just to give you an example. You're doing the same amount of work. All you're doing is just taking a second, picking up that camera, and rather than showing me screw this all the way in, you cut out. Just a great way to, like I said, make it a little more interesting, something a little easier to follow. And you can do it handheld. If you can do the job with one hand, put it on a tripod. And see, I didn't show you that whole part because nobody wants to see you screwing in a little bolt for 30 seconds. Another suggestion that I will always give is show your face every once in a while. Some people don't always like to be on camera, and you know what? Sometimes they kind of want to associate a human being with the project that's being worked on. So don't be afraid to turn that camera around on yourself as you're working. I mean, it really does help your videos, helps them get to know you, helps them want to keep coming back for more. Anyway, maybe not the best example, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea that you can move that camera around. When you know you're going to be doing something for a long period of time, maybe stop, slide it over to the other side, maybe pull it back, maybe get close up so they can see exactly what you're working on and what you had to do. Mix it up as much as you can, and it doesn't require a lot. Sometimes it's just a matter of just moving it or moving it in, moving it back. You don't have to go crazy on it. Hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, I'm only doing this to help you guys make really interesting videos and have fun with it and give the people that are watching your videos something a little bit more exciting to see. If you're already doing this, ignore it. But if you're not, take advantage of moving the camera a little bit. If you watch a movie, they're cutting back and forth, and they're getting close-up shots, and they're getting far-away shots, and you're seeing two people talking together and they keep jumping around because that's a little more interesting. So, thanks very much for tuning in, and we will check you out next time.